No, I mean, you're one of the leaders of the defense. How has the mood kind of shifted, after last week's game, after the win over Miami, compared to like kind of how it was after Notre Dame?
I think everybody's just gaining more confidence. Everybody's like kind of realizing whoa, wait, like we can actually be really good. Everybody obviously believed in it before, but now actually being able to see it, slowly starting to happen, slowly starting to get there.
You've been around this game a while, and we were just talking to Tony about some of the stuff that happened, like the Notre Dame game, the Georgia State game. That's a part of football. That stuff happens in practice a lot.
Yeah.
In your experiences, when there is a swell of those things happening, especially in public like those did, can that be a positive sometimes, especially if the right message is being sent? Or because our understanding is the meeting that happened the day after the Notre Dame game shook the tree and everything, just all the bad stuff fell out and everything was aired out. And it turned what happened on the field into a positive.
Yeah, so I mean, you can find a lot of good things and a lot of bad things, obviously, but I think that, if somebody, misses an assignment or something, it's not the end of the world. We got it on film, we can go ahead and watch it, A more concern would be if there's guys out there just, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Really just confused about what you're doing on film. But we all knew it was simple mistakes, and I think that's why it was so easy to turn around. Because it's just don't do this. And we had the guys that are capable, and everybody's athletic enough. So it's just a matter of doing it. So we started doing it.
No, why do you think you guys have been so good against the run these past 2 weeks? And how do you see that kind of shaping up against Duke, since that's kind of their emphasis this year?
I think it was really just an emphasis going into just about every Tuesday. Every second around this facility, you hear stop the run, have some fun. That's on offensive side and defensive side. Matt Brown brings it up at least one time in every meeting that to win football games, you got to stop the run, you got to be able to run the ball. 3.5 yards a carry is a good number.
Is stop the run, have some fun, what you just said, or that's what they said?
No, that's what everybody says. That's what I heard Chad say it first, and it kind of just trickled down.
No, obviously it's your first year at UNC, but you played Duke every year in the Coastal. It's nothing new for you. As you've started to study them, how are they different than they were the past couple of years? What stands out to you?
Yeah, definitely by far the best Duke team that I'll play against. I just think it's the way that they play. They definitely have a certain edge to them. They're tired of being Duke. They're tired of being whatever label that they've been put on them for the past couple of years. That you can tell that they're just about super.
What have you seen from the defensive line? The rotation's growing some, and obviously I had a need the other day with the humidity and everything, but guys that came in that hadn't been playing that much came through and played well. How have you seen that group grow and the rotation grow?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I've noticed about the D-line group is that there's not one, in most position groups, it's all right, this kid's the leader, this guy's there, or this guy, or this guy. But in that D-line room, I could list just about everyone in that room as a leader. So I think that's why they're able to just play so many guys and just rotate through so many guys. Because it's not one guy knowing everything to do on the defensive line, or it's not one guy knowing what to do. It's about 7, 8, maybe 9 guys in there that, are grading well assignment-wise and doing their job and making plays. So.
You made some plays in coverage. I think you were the guy on coverage on the goal line stand on 4th down. It seems like you're pretty good at chasing down run plays go outside. Is that something you pride yourself in, the versatility, being able to line up, and also flexibility of that?
Starting since I was in high school, I've always just kind of tried to pride myself in just being able to do a lot of things. It was a good and a bad thing in some ways, just because in college I feel like it's definitely limited me just because I've played just about every position on defense. So it's just, I haven't been able to just, play one position and just log on that. But it's also great just because, out there there's a lot of people that, have my size and they can also move the way that I move. So I just think it's a plus for me. Sure.
Do you think you could play like a stand-up linebacker in college? I think you have, right?
Inside backer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had 11 tackles against Louisville last year playing.
Yeah. So if they need you with the injuries.
Oh yeah. No, I could definitely play inside backer.
Right now the team's 5-1, number 1 ACC Coastal. Is there a newfound motivation? Is there been kind of a fire spark, or you guys honestly feel like you can't be beat at this point? Or what's the mood of the team right
I got saying about the defense, like it's just confidence, and I think the good thing that I feel is that most teams are 5-1. When some teams get 5-1, they're like, all right, cool with 5-1. Just got to win one more to wear a bowl game. Like we're good, we're chilling. But the feeling I got around is like, you know, we don't really like to use that word, but it's like we're getting closer and closer to the end of the season. Like we need to start, you know, doing the right things because we're getting closer to, you know, a championship game, and so we just keep getting, you know, taking it week by week, like getting closer and closer.
Is there any surprise at all that you guys are in this position coming off the season that you had last year?
If anything, it's a surprise that we're 5-1 and not 6-0.
Yeah.
No, I know it's there's still some time before you go back to Charlottesville. I know that's still out there, but I was wondering if the situation last week with Corey Gaynor going back to Miami, and just, you know, he seemed like he was really emotional after, or it seemed like you guys sort of dedicated the game to him. Like, did you in any way say, like, sort of watch him and how he handled it, thinking about the fact you've got to go back to the UVA?
I guess I didn't really think about it until after the game, when like, I could see he was, you know, he was very, very happy that we won. And when I told him congratulations, like obviously, you know, it crossed my mind. But I mean, not too something that I'm, you know, worried about right now. Obviously, we got 2 more games to play, so it's not a big focus. But yeah, no, it definitely did cross my mind.
But the defense gives up a lot of yards like you did on Saturday, but you still get off the field a lot. They were 5 for 14 on third, and they were 3 for 6 on fourth. Despite the yards, what does getting off the field in those situations do for a group's confidence?
I mean, it does a lot, just because, I mean, it shows you that, like, you know that those times where they are converting, you know, it's not, we feel like it's not just because they're better than us, like, we feel it's like guys aren't doing their job. So once we start doing their job, that's why that's why we're getting off the field on certain downs. So.
You've played Duke. You have a unique position here because you played Duke just as much as everybody else on the team has. Your thoughts on them in general, and your thoughts on the game on this side, being on the UNC side. A little bit different rivalry given the 2 Blues.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, like they're a really good football team, and I was actually talking about somebody about it this morning. How like here I get like 6 rivalry games, you know, with State, Wade, Duke, UVA. So yeah.
Like any distaste for them, any memories of playing them, anything stood out?
I remember playing good against them most for the years that I played. So.
You brought up playing all those rivalry games. How does Duke stand out compared to those other games?
I mean, they're right there. They're the next game, so they're the first one coming up. So I put them just right there with everybody else.
How much do you cherish that victory bell, though? I mean, you guys have had that for a while, so I mean, that's going to add some flavor, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't really. It's been sitting there, but I didn't really know what it was until really know what it was until yesterday, or maybe Sunday. So I'm just now starting to gain that. I want that bell. You know, we're ringing it throughout the whole practice. So I'm like, all right, I see why it's so important.
Who's ringing it?
Kevin Donnelly.
Okay.
Is it kind of cool to have that new experience? And
No,
the way things have played out in college athletics the last couple of years, you wouldn't have had this experience otherwise.
Yeah, no, it definitely is cool, especially because, you know, I got to experience what it's like in 2019 winning the Commonwealth Cup. So, I mean, you take, like, awards like that, especially, like, you get, you know, bigger, small victories in the season. You know, like, it's not like a ring or anything like that, but it's still a great, you know, accomplishment.
People, you hear it in the building too, right? Dudes just go by there, because I know you keep it, somewhere on the first floor. People just go by there and ring it just different times of the day, don't they?
Yeah, throughout the week, so, yeah.
All right.
I think so.
Thanks, Noah.
Appreciate it, Noah.